Hello everyone, I am Siddharth from Digit India and welcome to this interaction we are having with Mr. Rajneel Kumar, who is the head of product and business head of expansion projects at ZEE5 India. We'll be talking about how these past few months have been for him and ZEE5. So, Rajneel, first of all, thank you for joining us today.
My pleasure, Siddharth. Good to be here.
So, how has it been? How has the lockdown been for you these past couple of months?
Uh, from our business perspective, it's been an interesting time. I think overall, what has happened is that the digital adoption, which first started with the demonetization, is something which unfortunately, in these bad times, the content adoption has become so strong on OTT platforms that even people who had not been consuming content earlier have started consuming content. That is one. Second is we have seen a very strong rise in content being consumed on smart televisions. And with that, we have actually got a completely new age bracket or a demography which had not been consuming content on our platform. So, yes, the times have been tough for everybody. Everybody's revenue and business and everything is down, and people are, of course, quite apprehensive about what's happening around them. But from a business perspective and an OTT perspective, it's been a very interesting and a strong time for us.
Okay, that's great to hear. So, you know, how has all this COVID situation affected the production pipeline that Z5 has for future shows and movies that were currently in production?
Sure, sure. Siddharth, so let me break it up into three different types of content, which are all on our platform and are all very strong. The first is the content which comes on television, which then comes onto our platform. Till towards the later part of March, we were getting the content, and those audiences were able to watch it very very easily on our platform. But after that, of course, after shooting got suspended, that content stopped coming, and people lost in touch with the daily series, etc. On the other
Mhm.
side, which is our originals, we have produced 10x more content than our nearest competitor last year, and we have also been banking a lot of content, which has steadily seen release. Two big ones just that we released over the last fortnight has been Chintu Ka Birthday and The Casino. Really fantastic, content that we have brought out. So that has held us strong, and that has resulted in a good uplift as far as subscriptions is concerned. On the third side, where we have seen a massive upswing, has been on the news part. We have news on our platform, which is both live as well as VOD. It is not only news from our portfolio, but across the country, across different regions, we have a lot of content which is there on our platform, and that, of course, has seen a huge uplift.
That's nice. So, Z Entertainment as a company, it has always been one of those TV channels where which has dominated sort of the appointment viewing, channels. Like it has been one of those channels where appointment viewing has been the key. So people would wait for say 9 p.m. or 10 p.m. To watch their favorite shows. And now with OTT coming into the picture as much as it has in the past year or so, so how has that affected say appointment viewing when on demand content has increased by a lot?
Z, of course, is a powerhouse of content. It revolutionized how content was created in the country and distributed. And we have very, very strong roots in creating great
Yes,
content.
yes.
When the OTT came about, and we started to consume, when the audiences started to consume content on OTT, couple of very interesting things happened. One is, of course, now you don't have to wait for 9 p.m. at night to watch content. The super
True.
fans, as we call it, of our content, and if they are subscribed, can actually watch content before television, before it even comes on television, and they can see it on platform. On the other side, people who are unable to catch it at an appointment viewing time, like say 9 p.m., they are able to watch it at their convenience, which is also another huge audience behavior that we see. So that's really so. It's two sets. One, who wants to pay a premium and watches it before it comes on television, and the second, who, I mean, 9 o'clock, you could be commuting, you could be doing anything else, but then you're able to catch it at your leisure.
So, like, what are the challenges that you faced in providing a seamless viewing experience on Z5, since most of the people are now working from home? So, was there a change in strategy in terms of how you reach out to the viewers?
Uh, Reaching out to viewers is usually around, being able to create segments of users on our platform. We have a very smart, customer data platform where we are able to store the behavior habits of users and when they are able to, what kind of content they watch and then be able to recommend. So that we do very strongly. And I
Okay.
guess that is something that we have done very well. I think what changed during this period has been because there has suddenly been an upsurge in the use of internet. Bandwidth is always a challenge, and there we have done a significant amount of work in being able to optimize our video, bit rates and our video output, so that we are able to provide a seamless experience on any network that the user is. So yeah, that's one interesting place that we've been doing a lot of work in.
Okay. So does Z5 stream content in 4K or like HDR, like Netflix does, or are there any plans to implement it in the coming months?
Very shortly, we'll be starting to stream in 4K. We have been working on the technology part of it and on the content part of it for a while. I think, given the bandwidth issues that exist currently, we have optimized so that there can be a seamless experience. It's not just only about us. I mean, eventually, internet and bandwidth is a finite subject, and as being very conscious members of the industry body, we have tried to optimize to see that the viewer experience is not diminished, but we are able to, conserve still on that. And we have done a lot of work working with very, very smart companies in being able to stream higher quality content with lesser bandwidth.
So recently, Z5 partnered with Gameloft, so for their dedicated gaming section on the Z5 platform. So can you tell us more about this collaboration, how it came about, and the general idea behind offering games on Z5?
Sure. Z5 has been on a journey to become a super app for a while now. We started off with television content, got into original content, got into music videos, which are an integral part of our platform. We got into live television as well as news. Uh, as we go forward and we look 6 months out, we are truly on the way to become a super app where the gaming experience is just the first thing that we have answered that we have added so far. Going forward, and okay, let me answer the question: why gaming? On our platform, we have a very diverse mix of users, but we are all we wanted to expand our user base to get in the younger audiences, and gaming connects very well with both the younger audiences as well as the casual gamers, and that's how we entered into a partnership with one of the largest gaming companies in the world, which is Gameloft, and created an exclusive environment on our platform where they are hosted. Over the next couple of months, we are launching our hyper short form content platform, which will be available on the platform, where we will be doing a lot of curated as well as UGC generated content. And what we're also looking at is over the next couple of months being able to launch our completely custom news platform where we will be having both video and text driven by an AI algorithm which will be recommending the best of content for the user. So that's really been a journey. So it's a strategic move to going from just being catch-up television and original content, which we have done really well at, but also been looking at how diversifying and getting into new audiences onto the platform.
That's so about this aim to become a super app, uh, an entertainment super app, if I may say
Sure.
so. So what do you see uh, is what are viewers expectations from you in terms of how the on demand content is growing in India right now. We have the top players, and then we have sort of these uh, ZEE5, Alt Balaji, these guys who are also working on pushing out regional content.
Yeah.
So how has that sort of evolved over the past year, and like where do you see that going? Like you talked about hyper shorts, so if you could elaborate on that as well.
Sure. Regional has been a very strong focus of ours from the very beginning. We are one of the only platforms which is available in about 13 different languages, 13 plus languages, which you can, not only consume the content in your local language, but also surf the platform in your local language. So it has been a very strong part of ours. As far as Hypershorts is concerned, it is about pushing the boundary on what we see as content and being able to become an all-inclusive platform where really what we're trying to do is custom ourselves to the user interests and be able to provide all types of engagement, which is not only limited to movies and we have some of the biggest blockbuster movies on our platform, but also when a user is looking at snacking on content which he can consume on while he is either commuting or he is just wanting to catch up on something which is light and humorous. That's the other type of content that we're trying to do specifically for hyper shorts, and of course that will also be in multi languages.
There has been much debate around movies that are releasing directly on OTT platforms, given the current situation. And theater owners are now feeling the heat. So, like, what's your take on it? As ZEE5 recently premiered a couple of Hindi films, and like, where do you see that going?
See, there is okay, whatever has happened around us, nobody planned for it. It is unfortunate. There is a human cost to what is happening, and there is a business cost. I can only speak from our side is that we have audiences and make a difference to on one side. On the other side, you have a whole industry which is dependent on creating content and it being seen by audiences to complete the circle of the ecosystem. I think we are a platform where we are happy to work with creators who are able to create, good content and be able to bring it to our audiences. So that's really my limited take on it. I don't think it's fair for me to comment on theater owners or the plight which is there because it's not something to feel good about.
True,
But
absolutely.
yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time I do know that there's an ecosystem and that is around which we represent very very strongly, and we do everything that we can to bring quality entertainment to our audiences.
So ZEE5, has been active in more than 119 countries, I believe.
That's correct.
Uh, so how has the global response been, and how do you plan on catering that segment, which is pretty wide?
Sure, sure. So I specifically represent the India business, so I would not
Yeah.
have perspective on how the numbers etc. have gone, and I would not like to comment on it. But overall, we see a huge upswing in OTT consumption worldwide. So similarly, we have also done really well, And because we have been one of the key producers with great content coming out, it has worked out very well for us across the world.
So, what are your big, key takeaways from the past 2 months that you have, worked from home? You must have seen a lot of changes in the way people are working, the industry is working right now. And if you could, share some insights based on user consumption in these last couple of months.
Sure. I think couple of things that stick out among outside of the ordinary that one would normally know is that the smart TV consumption has really significantly gone up, and that we
Okay.
see across the board, which is happening. And ZEE5 has done we have done a very good job of not only producing for Android television and Apple TV, but also for all the various types of manufacturers, even on the HTML5 Linux platform. And we have done some very deep partnerships with large brands of television to bring our OTT platform onto their platform, and that has really worked well for us in seeing that consumption. So that's one. Second thing that we have seen is that usually you would expect to have peaks at a certain time, and then there will be a low time, and then people would consume again. That has changed. There is almost like an equal distribution of the content being consumed through the day, signifying that because people are at home, they're able to access content at any point of time. That's the
Yes.
second part that we have definitely seen. And the third part that we have seen is that people are willing to pay for quality content. It was long, a misunderstood notion in India that people don't want to pay for content. We have seen that change significantly. If you have the right kind of content to be able to give it to the users, users will want to pay for it, contrary to what people believe. And that's what we are focusing on.
All right. So, I guess that was it. And thank you for taking time and interacting with us.
Sure, Siddharth. I'll just leave you with one more critical area that we are working on, which is around, when you have so much of content and you have different types of content, including now when we will have, our hyper shorts, and we have a personalized news section, and we have
New
music
section that,
videos,
yes.
etc. One of the key things that we've been working on, which we are extremely proud of and focused on, is on hyper personalization and being able to personalize the experience of every user. Because when you come onto a platform and you have all of this content, you can't really be navigating to places to find things. The platform has to be intuitive enough to be able to show the
Talk
right,
to the, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
show the right content. So that's the other large area or the big area that we are working on, which again we will have some significant UI as well as recommendation powered intervention that we'll be launching very shortly.
All right, all right. That's nice to hear.